Can you hear me okay?
Hi, everybody. It's Craig and Lenny with your live. And if you're watching this, hey, you're getting what usually we do just for members. We somehow screwed it up, and I don't know how to set it up. And Lenny's out mobile, so we're just going to do it for everybody. So welcome aboard, everybody. Make sure you like, share, and comment. Tell us what you like for the second half. It looks like potentially a fumble right before half, so it might just be 0-0 if this fumble holds. With 23 seconds left as we talking about the live Eagles and the Packers. Hand up, I have the over, like the play of the week. Like I've had a really good weekend. 5-2. It was a tough loss with my, I was on that Houston game, so that one was an absolute terrible loss. I had a teaser in that game, and all I needed him to just fall on that, and I win. That would have been 6-1, and my other one I lost by a point or half a point, depending on where you get it at. So, but let's talk about what we're going to have for the second half. How do we get this back? How do we get it back? Packers. Let's look at the live lines here. We're going to use DraftKings, FYI. Lenny, what do you think so far? I know you're at a Packer bar with our boss. That's from Wisconsin.
I know. I'm at a Packer bar wearing my Lions jersey and hat. Service is sketchy, not just internet, but I feel like I'm maybe the waitress is not a big fan of me in her Packer jersey. But either way, we are live. We are full effect.
1.5.
DraftKings 1.5 right now.
Philly 1.5, by the way.
Yeah. Listen, I was on Josh Jacobs in a same game parlay with the over here. So I feel like Josh Jacobs is still the way to go, and now you can get him at plus 150 to 160, depending on your book. If they're gonna score, that's how he's gonna score. I mean, that's how the Packers are gonna score. In my opinion, Josh Jacobs is their best weapon. If they're gonna have, I can't see them walking out of here without him getting a touchdown.
I don't know. There might not be a touchdown in this game. These teams are kind of shooting themselves in the foot. Holdings. Fumbled, they had the first down. Jalen Hurts fumbled. That was a nice knockout on that one. The Packers had the ball 4th and inches at midfield. The guy jumps off sides. These plays, you're leaving points on the field. And this is a pretty important game because the Packers win this game. That could end up, if you kind of look, tea leaves, you never know. But you kind of win, win more than you lose here down the line. You might end up with home field throughout. You go to Green Bay. That's a that's a
tough place.
Tough place to play middle of January to late January. So I wouldn't want to do that. But right now, it does. Jordan Love has looked bad. He looked bad last week. I thought he'd have a huge bounce back this week. I thought they were looking ahead. Has not been the case. He has not looked great. Not that Jalen Hurts has looked any better. Jalen Hurts, frustrating at times.
I don't know why the Eagles are so broken. But whatever. I don't believe in this Packers team.
What is with this team? Oh my God.
This game. Yeah. Listen, the Packers, let us not forget, they already have a tie under their belt with Dallas. As a Lions fan, that's the worst thing that could possibly happen here. I don't want no tie. If it comes to the kicker, I also have the kicker, Green Bay's kicker over 1.5. Field goals made, that's in jeopardy. That looks like it's going to be a sweat. I'm going to ride with Josh Jacobs, man.
Josh Jacobs touchdown, you said?
Yeah, anytime touchdown. DraftKings. Last I looked at it, let me check real quick. Refresh. I got plus 170 anytime touchdown for Josh Jacobs. I think he comes out of here with one. I mean, obviously, the second half, you got to imagine there's more points.
The surprise this year really has for this Eagles team is Barkley has just struggled. And, it's the same offensive line, basically, so it doesn't make any sense. Now, granted, they're not passing the ball, so it's like I think if you play Philly, you say, we're playing the run. If you beat us throwing the ball, you win. That's the way.
And I don't think anybody thinks that they can.
No. And I don't think they can do it against this Philly, like this Green Bay defense is like, hey, you're not beating us deep. Like, so all we're going to do is we're going to sit on your outs. And they're going to throw something down the field. That's just facts. Philly's got to loosen it up a little. Even if you don't hit it, at least it's like gives it the threat of it. But make sure if you haven't done so, I know this is everybody. This is what our YouTube members get every week. Usually we don't do every primetime game, but we do a couple, maybe Thursday and Monday. So if you want to get in on that, go click the link in the description. Any of the 3 levels will get it. But get in on it anywhere from $4.99 all the way up to $49.99, and you'll get in. What do I like the second half? I mean, can I pass?
I know.
It's like,
I mean, do I have to?
The Eagles are favored. The Eagles get the ball. They're favored by 1.5. Total's 20.5. I have the over for the game. I was, sometimes at halftime, I'm like, hey, I think this is going to win, or I think it's going to lose. I can try to hedge out. When you have the over mid 40s and it's 0-0, there's no hedging out at this point. You're just chasing. I think you got to lean towards the under.
That's
20.5. I know is low. And usually the opposite, if you do the opposite, what the first half is, usually that's a pretty good wager. But whose passing offense do you trust more? That's the question.
Philly.
Really?
Yes. I think their receiver core is better. I'm not saying the quarterback is better. I
will say this. Green Bay
has a better arm than Jordan Love.
No.
I think
definitely not more accurate. Neither one looked good today, but the Packers definitely look like they missed Kraft. Tight ends out for the year with the ACL injury. I thought they'd be able to fill it in because they have so many guys. I thought, this won't, they'll just spread it around. Has not been the case. He was kind of his security blanket. Hasn't quite figured out who's that going to be now going forward.
They don't have another one. That's the thing about the offense in Green Bay. It's it. So, and if they can't run Josh Jacobs, they're done. So if you know what I mean, so that's it. They're going to rely on their defense, which we all know defense wins championships, whatever. They're going to rely on that defense down the road, and that's how you're going to have to beat them.
I'm going to take the Eagles. Small play. Small play.
I'm just saying.
The Eagles get the
money.
ball
The bar tab will be bigger than this play on halftime. Let me put it that way. The bar tab will be bigger. A little sprinkle on Josh Jacobs. Anytime touchdown plus money. Yeah,
I would say there's it's a tough night for Lenny because we talked up his Pistons today, and then all of a sudden they're losing to Washington. They're down 2 with 3 seconds to go. So
plenty of time.
You're saying you have a chance.
Oh, you're saying I got a shot.
Hey, whoa. It went overtime. 127. It's going overtime.
That's all I need. New game. We just talked
Lenny into his Pistons into overtime. You're welcome, Lenny.
All
right. So if you guys have a question on this game, leave it in the comments. If you have a question what you like, let's see. Sports Guru likes Philly will win. I don't know. What do you feel? I do think they're going to win because they've played terrible and they're still tied and they get the ball first. So I kind of feel like, and they were the one team that wasn't
advantage Philly.
What did they fumble? It was like on the 27, 28-yard line or something like that.
Yeah.
They fumbled, and they would have had a first down there, and they were definitely moving the ball. Can they get back to that? Because since then, they've done nothing. Not as Green Bay did. Green Bay did fumble on their last possession when they were in field goal range as well. So I guess you got to say that's maybe even. But the total, though.
I saw somebody put the total in the second half. Is that the whole game? 20.5?
20.5 now, yeah. 20.5.
Well, I guess it has to be the whole game. It's 0-0.
Stupid question. I'm just saying one of my worst plays, but here's always the question for a bettor. Would you rather this where when you lose, you just get absolutely you don't even need to watch in the second half or you don't even come close? Or would you rather lose at the last on on the terrible beat? I'd rather get blown out. I want to
get blown out.
I don't like the stress. And I'm always looking at it as a value play. Okay, if you like these two offenses and they just didn't play well this time, now next time out, maybe you get a total that's a little lower than it should be because these people are their defenses are unbelievable. Yeah. Has Green Bay played anyone good? There's this team called the Detroit Lions, first game of the year.
That's it. But week 1, you can throw out week 1. That's not – you look back at week 1. Who made you feel the same way week 1?
And that was like, remember, Micah was just getting there, so it wasn't like he
Yeah,
played.
he didn't play in that game. Or
He
no,
played a little bit. He played a
played
little
in
bit.
that. Yes, he did.
But like just on obvious pass rush downs and stuff. So yeah. Well, the degenerate, and so I hope the total.
I'm with you, Mike. I'm
I
on the
would
over
love it.
39.5 in the teaser.
I would love it. Listen, every Tom, Dick, and Harry, when you're a handicapper, you do what I do. Every time you lose a game, people are saying, "Well, I knew better than you." Yet before the game, no one's saying they love the under. But as soon as it's 0-0,
yeah, right.
It's like,
we
play numbers. Remember, we play numbers, guys. So it's like, sometimes just doesn't work out. Let's go, Lenny. Let's see. Yeah. Did they tip off? Yes, just started, and they're not losing anymore. Cleveland, Miami also tied. A bunch of close games in the NBA. The Orlando Portland game. I think that pushed, right? It was 3. Orlando won.
I don't know what that was.
Lakers
I
won
do
by
like
10.
this in the NHL though. This over 5.5, Florida VGK. I do like that. I like
the Knights in the regulation in that one. So
might have even sprinkled a little on the draw.
Here's what the kiss of death. Me and Indian Cowboy do every football game together, and we don't tell each other what our premium plays are. When we did the video, and you can see my face, you can go check the video out. He gave the under out. I was like, oh shit, because I'd already given out. We already give out our picks ahead of time. So I was like, oh shit, I know one of us going to win, one of us going to lose. I hate
There's
games.
Better hockey on. Let me tell you right now. There's way better hockey on.
There's a way better sport on. It's called the NBA. Go check out the NBA.
The NBA is not better than the NFL. Don't ever say that. Blasphemy again. Blasphemy. The NFL is not better than the NBA in any way, shape, or form.
You just said it. The NFL is not better than the NBA. You're right.
Did I say that? See, the drinks are kicking in, folks. The whiskey's kicking in. I gotta go.
All right, let's wrap this up. So officially, Lenny likes Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs in this game. Yep.
At this point, it has to be anytime. Might be next week. We don't know because the way these guys are scoring.
Tonight specifically, he has to get a touchdown. Plus 160, 170. Shop your lines.
Yeah. And then I would dabble a little on the Eagles at -1.5. I probably would play it on the money line, actually. Now that I think about it, this low a line, the way these two are playing, miss extra point or something. People are saying I would lean towards the under 20.5. I don't know. I think the first team that scores a touchdown might win this game.
Josh Jacobs, let's go, baby.
7-3 type game. All right, guys, have a great day. Don't forget, if you haven't done so, hit that thumbs up. Put in the comments what you like. If you click the link in the description, you can get in on these type of things that we do exclusively for our members. So if you're not a member, join. It's anywhere from $4.99 for Lenny's level, $20 I believe for IC's level, and then $49 for the Premium Plus level, and you get all 3 levels. And you get all kinds of stuff like this. Yeah, so make sure you get in, and we'll see you back on Thursday. Halftime show. Good luck.